Good evening, and welcome to the Collector's Room, a place where I store those priceless items that really have no price. The kind of items you wouldn't usually find in regular bric-a-brac stores, all of which have very interesting stories to tell. Everybody in a hospital has a story to tell, and everybody's story is different. People who have had accidents, people who have fallen ill, even people who have been attacked. Some stories are more interesting than others. Case in point, Mr. David Holt, who wakes up in a hospital bed to find himself confronted by the long arm of the law. He is being questioned over an unfortunate incident regarding Mr. Holt's housemates. Our boy in blue is about to hear an alibi, the likes of which he's never heard before. Tonight's story is called Sam, and is for our more open-minded viewer.
Good morning, Mr. Holt. I'm Detective Inspector Dobbs. I'm here to ask you a few questions.
Where am I?
You're in a hospital.
A hospital? Why?
Do you have any recollection of last night?
I'm not sure. What happened?
David, 2 of your friends were found dead last night.
What?
Your housemate Charles found them, and he found you unconscious.
Unconscious?
You'd banged your head pretty hard.
My head?
David, I need you to think hard. Your friends were murdered. You were there. I need you to tell me what you can remember.
Eric. Annabelle. Sam. He did it. Sam finally did it.
Sam.
Sam. Annabelle brought him home from her mum's. He did it. He must have done. I tried to warn them, but they wouldn't listen to
Mr.
me.
Holt, perhaps we'd better start from the beginning. Please, take your time.
It was last week. Eric and Annabelle had gone away for a couple of days to see her family. Our other housemate, Charles, had been away on business. I'd been living with them for a while temporarily while I was looking for a new place. My girlfriend had dumped me, you see. Anyway.
Hey. Hey man, how you been? Yeah, not too shabby.
You've been keeping yourself busy?
Yeah, you could say that.
So that's a no then.
Probably. Seen a few gigs, written a few reviews, you know, the usual.
You gonna give me a hammer this or what?
No.
Charming.
I'll ignore it, but he just needs some incentive if he's going to help us out.
Well, Dave, if you don't help us out, then you won't get to see your surprise.
Surprise.
Now you're interested, eh?
Something I picked up from my folks' attic.
What have you got me?
It's not something for you, it's something for the house.
My house?
Trust me, man. You're going to love it.
Say hello to our newest housemate, Sam. Say hello, Sam. Hello, Dave.
That's my surprise.
Well, don't you like it?
That's the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I think it's awesome.
Thank you, Eric. Sam's been with my family for a long time. I can remember him from my childhood. I think we got it from some old guy down the road who died.
I think it's hideous.
Well, I think he's cute.
Cute it is not. I think it's hideous.
Oh, shh, you. Right, let's take our bags upstairs.
I'm just going to have a sit down before I carry anything else. I'm a bit tired.
So lazy.
What are you watching?
The Anniversary of Christine Cromwell. It's made by the same guy who did that zombie film.
Oh, yeah, very good.
Yeah, it's good. So how was it?
It was all right. I mean, she's coping with it pretty well. Mum's a bit teary, but it's understandable, isn't it? Been a long time coming.
So just helping clearing out stuff then?
Yeah. That's where she got the doll from. She said she'd always wanted it, but her dad had never let her have it before.
And now that he's gone.
Well, exactly.
So what else do you get up to?
Went for a walk in the countryside. Took her for a meal in the pub. Yeah, just keep her mind off it.
Sounds dreadfully dull.
Yeah, well, it would do to you, wouldn't it? Because you're a sad shut-in. Spends most of his days playing computer games.
It's not sad to stay in and play computer games every now and again.
No, it's just sad to do it all the time. Yeah, have that.
You're meant to be sympathetic. I'm going through a tough time.
So we found something.
What is it, sweet cheeks?
It's a murder weapon.
Is it a knife?
Yeah.
Has it got blood on it?
Yeah.
Mate, you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just a bad dream or something.
Oh, for God's sake.
You're such a baby. Do you know that? Do us a favour, turn that off when you go to sleep, yeah? You waste electricity. Night, man.
Turn the TV off.
Yeah.
Jesus, get a hold of yourself, Dave.
So Ben, tell me about the latest album you've recorded, Make Your Time. Had a pretty strange concept around it. Do you want to tell me about that?
Yeah, it was pretty strange, I guess. I mean, we needed a new route for a new album. Things were getting a bit stale. We decided to go our own ways, you know, do whatever we felt like doing and clear our minds. So, they haven't got their own muse. Dude, you alright?
Yeah, fine, sorry. No, carry on.
Talking about Everest, yeah. Sherpas, anyway.
Everybody.
Hey man,
Hi, Dave. Everybody.
where's Annabelle?
Out. Girls from work, I think, drinks. Everybody. Can you see my lips moving? Everybody. Everybody.
Yeah, it's as subtle as a brick. Are you really trying to learn how to use that thing?
Well, yeah. It's a bit of fun, isn't it, you know? Could do with a bit of a hobby. Cheer up Annabelle.
Can't you get another hobby?
And what's wrong with this hobby?
Or can't you get another hobby that doesn't involve that?
What's your problem?
I don't know, I just don't like it.
Why don't you like Sam, David?
Can we please not give it a name? It doesn't need a name, it's a doll.
Seriously, man, what's your problem?
I think it's been following me.
Following you?
It was in my room last night, it was in the bathroom this morning, it was in my car when I went to work. And whenever I turn around, it just vanished. I swear he was at work with me too.
Following you?
I know it sounds crazy, but I swear I keep seeing him.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? You're seeing him. It's just in your head.
In my head.
Yeah.
Like, I'm imagining it.
Yes. Are you seriously expecting me to believe that a ventriloquist doll, an inanimate object, has been following you around?
You think so?
Yes. I know so. You've got to stay off the gin. I mean, you should get out more.
Yeah, you're right.
Dave, talking of getting out more, have you found another place to go? A flat or something?
No, not yet.
Why not?
I like living here, I don't want to move out.
Yeah.
I like living with you and Charles.
It's going to be a short-term deal, a couple of weeks. It's a couple of months now, you know? I know things have been tough for you since you broke up with Layla, you know? But I love having you here. It's just Annabelle and I, we need our own space. And Charles is moving out in a couple of weeks with his other friends. Don't you want your own place?
Yeah, I do.
Well, what's the problem then? I mean, you earn a mint working at the paper.
Earning a mint? I write for the local rag about local bands who, for the most part, don't even turn up. Earning a mint. Yeah, you know what? Sure, fine, whatever. I'll sort something out.
Thanks, man. Oh, listen, do us a favour and move your skateboard. I nearly fell head over tip coming down the stairs this morning.
Sure. I was thinking about using it to get to work anyway.
So Sam can't follow you.
Very funny.
Cheers, man.
Were you listening? You were listening, weren't you?
Hey, Dave.
Great.
Thanks for calling us out for lunch. It was a really nice surprise.
No worries.
I know we don't get a lot of time to talk. And I know you're Eric's best friend. And I don't want you hating me.
Fine.
Times are tough with your breakup and moving in with us, but I want you to know that I am not trying to force you out.
Yeah, that's okay.
I think we could be really great friends if we just give this a try.
Yeah.
Good. So how was work?
Fine. How did you acquire the doll?
Sorry?
The ventriloquist doll, Sam. How did your family get it?
Is this why you asked me out?
No. I wanted to clear the air as well. I want us to be friends and all that. It's just that I've had the doll on my mind for the past couple of days. I wanted to learn more about it.
Eric told me you've been seeing him.
Did he? So, how did your family get it?
I don't know the full story, just bits and pieces. Mr. Flanagan was an old man who lived down the road from my family. Fairly certain he was a professional ventriloquist. Had a whole house full of them. Kids used to call him Doll Man. I think his wife died falling down the stairs and he became a bit of a shut-in. Anyway, he hung himself from the attic when I was about 8. It was the talk of our road for a while. Kids all came up with their own versions of what happened. One girl said it was his wife's ghost taking revenge on him for not paying her enough attention. They didn't have any children, so the removal men just threw a lot of their stuff out. As my dad had spotted Sam on the lawn. He asked one of the guys if he could take him, and the guy let him. And he's been in our attic ever since.
What did your dad want with it?
He claimed he wanted to learn how to use it, but he gave it up after a couple of months. He never really gave a reason why, but we figured it was because he was no good at it. I wanted him my room, but he flat out refused. He said, no. Yeah? Uh-huh. Oh, God. I'll be right there. Sorry, Dave, I've got to go. Problems at the firm. This was nice. We should do it again sometime. I'll see you back in the house.
What did your dad...
Bye, Dave.
Little bastard.
Eric? Eric, are you in?
I'm on to you, Sam. I know your game. Turning your head slightly during our conversations. Listening in. I know your game. You were in my room the other night. My car. The bathroom. I bet that you were even at work with me. But I didn't see you. That probably really annoyed you, didn't it? Your little mind games. Is that how you got rid of the old man? Drove him to suicide? Oh yeah. I know all about your history now, mate. How you tormented that old man. You probably did it because you didn't like all the dolls in his house or something. I bet you killed his wife. Actually, I bet that it wasn't suicide. You probably did it to fulfill your sick fantasies. Oh yeah, I bet you had a lot of fun with those little mind games of yours. Even got to use them on Annabelle's dad, I bet. Did you follow him into the car? To work? Then disappear when he turned round? Well, you're good. I still haven't worked out how you disappear so fast. It's a real puzzler, Sam. You're very good. But I am not going to take this anymore. I will not let you make a fool out of me, you little bastard. I know you're alive. I bet you can even talk. So open up that dirty little mouth of yours and say something. Talk. Talk. Talk, damn you! Fine. We'll do it your way.
If you won't talk, I'll make you talk.
Glad to see you haven't moved. Now talk. I'll put this knife in your eye. Talk! You're a brave soul, Sam. You're much braver than I thought. A lesser doll would have cracked Samuel. Maybe put you on a timeout for a while. Maybe a couple of hours in the dark will help you change your mind. Night, Sam.
You want a cuppa?
Please.
Mate, have you seen Sam?
It. We're calling it It, Eric, remember?
All right, it. Have you seen it? I thought I'd ask you because he's been following you around.
Very funny. He's not following me anymore.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were in.
All right.
What were you looking for?
Sam.
It.
Oh, when did you last see him?
I had him in the kitchen. Came in here to check the football, and I just haven't seen him since. Dave, you sure you haven't seen him since you've come in?
It. And I don't remember.
Baby, I haven't lost him with you. It was something special to me. I was going to have him refurbished and finally have him in my room. I wanted that doll since I was a little girl.
He's around here somewhere. I'm sure he'll turn up. Okay? I'll find him.
I hope so. I really wanted to.
Oh, look. I promise you I'll find him. All right? I swear.
Actually, I know where he is.
What?
Sam. I know where he is.
What have you done with him?
No. I put him in the bin.
You put him in the bin?
I thought he was following me. I wanted to punish him. I wasn't thinking. I was afraid he might try and kill us.
Kill us?
Well, he killed the old man and his wife.
Oh, for God's sake, David. Not even the kids down our street believe that. You put an antique dummy, something that was special and important to me, in the bin, just because you believe some stupid notion that it might be alive and try to kill us. Listen to yourself.
Look, I'm sorry, Annabelle. I'll go and get him now.
Be sure that you do. And when you're done, pack your bags because I want you out of here.
Annabelle?
No! Dave, I want you out of this house tonight.
Annabelle! Look, I'm sorry, man.
I told you it was nothing, didn't I?
I just wanted to be sure.
Just go and get him, Dave.
What the hell? He wasn't there. He must have escaped. You know, got out.
Got out.
Yeah. I know you're not going to believe me, guys, but Sam... Annabelle! I don't remember anything else. The next thing I knew, I woke up here.
So, to cut a long story short, your statement is that a doll from your friend's mother's house brutally murdered your housemate with a knife and the other with a screwdriver. You found them and then slipped on a skateboard.
Yeah? Well, that's what happened.
Well, let me tell you another version, Mr. Holt. I believe you were mad at Annabelle because she was threatening to kick you out. Nasty words were said and you lashed out. You didn't mean to kill her, and you certainly didn't mean to kill Eric, but you had no choice, as he was the only witness.
That's crazy. Are you serious? I would never lash out against my friends, never mind kill them. Sam did it. He got out of the bag and he killed my friends.
Mr. Holt, the doll was still in the bin where you left it earlier.
He must have climbed back in so he could pin the crime on me. I told you he was clever.
Mr. Holt, your fingerprints were all over the murder weapons.
I'm sorry, Detective, but I'm going to have to ask you to leave now. Mr. Holt needs his rest.
I'll be back again soon, Mr. Holt. Thank you.
Sam's the one. He did it. Lock him up and never let him out. Look at him. He had blood on the puppet. How could he have had blood on him? He was locked in the bin. Listen to me. You've got to listen to me.
Did you get anything?
Nothing. His brain is fried. He seemed to think a doll killed his friends.
A doll? Do you think he'll go down for it?
Not likely. His lawyers will plead insanity. It's been a waste of time.
But a doll? I don't understand.
I'll tell you about it in the car.
There are two sides to every story. Some stories are more believable, but some stories are more interesting. We will never know the reality behind the deaths of Eric Streeter or Annabelle Christine. The only truth from this scenario is locked in the darkest corner of the mind of Mr. David Holt.